The goal of the annual Indian Education Summit is really to bring people together, share ideas, learn from each other, and provide inspiration and resources for each other. This year we had an excellent turnout, about 350 registrants since we instituted the new Youth Day.
I think the importance of an event such as the South Dakota Indian Education Summit is really about reclamation, reclaiming our identities through culture and language. When I think about my own educational experiences, there wasn't a lot of opportunity for me as a young Dakota woman to learn about who I was. And so just the idea that all of these amazing minds and educators in Indian country can come together and share what they're doing, the successes that they have in their communities.
We say mitako yase, we're all related, we're all connected. And when we greet people, we say, "Ha mitaki api," hello my relatives. And I think that's one of the foundational core beliefs of, a lot of Native peoples, but with the, Dakotas and Lakotas is that concept of how we're all connected and we're all related. And how that fits into the work we do with our office with Indian Education is making as many relatives as we can, whether it be school board members, legislators, policymakers, health professionals, IHS people, whoever it is that wants to help improve education, we seek to partner with them.
We have to be honest and say that there have been tensions between different types of peoples, different communities, different groups. And how can we move forward and create states where everybody is included, everybody is honored, multiple perspectives are seen as valuable to contributing to the whole. And so Indian education really expands out into making sure that all students are learning good, authentic information that tribes themselves have said, yes, we want you to know this about us.
You still have your roots, you still have your land, you still have your languages of this country and your dances and all that brings. So reconnect to that stuff and really understand the wealth that you have.
It's really important for students and educators alike to be in that place where they open up and are prepared to hear about another way of life, because basically that the essential understandings are formatted to be that.
And so we try to get across this idea of the circle, how there's not a head to the circle. Certainly a teacher is facilitating, they've planned activities and all of that. But especially when you're looking at an elder interview or you're studying one of these essential understandings, or maybe a visitor from the community who's come in to share, the teacher becomes a co-learner and models that good learning practice.
One of those states was the state of Montana, and we looked at their essential understandings. Another of those was the state of South Dakota, and we looked at the JETTY Shakowing understandings. We said, how can we apply that on a national basis? Because we try to reach a national audience. So we needed a set of essential understandings that could resonate with teachers anywhere. So we took the 10 themes of the National Council for the Social Studies, and we applied Native American concepts under each of those 10 themes. And that is how we established our essential understandings.
In those lessons, we use an inquiry approach, which means kind of very simply, it's about posing compelling questions to students and inviting them to use sources that we put together through our collection, through our work with Native communities, to address the question using arguments and evidence to support it.
Emotional intelligence is just as powerful as mental intelligence. And when your heart and your mind can work together in unison, it can create geniuses. And if you look at the past geniuses that we had here in North America, throughout the world, Europe, you will notice that they always had that connection with their mind and their heart together. When you have that, you can create a full, whole human being. It's really what we're trying to do. Our ancestors talked about a balance between mind, the body, the spirit, and your heart or your emotions. If all of those things can work together, then you would create power in your life.
It's really an opportunity to get together to celebrate Indian education, which is not just Indian education, it's South Dakota education. Not just Indian history, South Dakota history. And it gives us an opportunity to delve deeper into that and hopefully come away from the summit inspired with tools in hand to go directly back into the classrooms and implement what we've learned and shared.
Then when I was growing up, my dad said, "Mike, you should never criticize someone until you've walked a mile in his moccasins." And I asked my dad why. He said, "Well, that way you can be a mile away, plus you got his moccasins."